everyone. I'm Shell Black, president and founder of shellblack.com and Salesforce MVP. And with me today is Greg Ryan, Senior Director of Marketing at Canon. Hey, Greg, how are you doing?
Hey, Shell, I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So, Canon's a Salesforce user. Tell us a little bit about that, and how did your product Canon Forms and Print Services come about?
Yeah, so Canon's a big-time Salesforce user. And in our business, we have a lot of mobile sales professionals, and they love to access the data in Salesforce, and they oftentimes want to access it or interact with it in a document format, and while they're on the road or traveling. So we developed Forms and Print Services to appeal to that need. And what's interesting is that we surveyed the marketplace and realized that we're not alone in that regard. And so that's when we made the decision to make Forms and Print Services on the App Exchange.
So talking to you earlier, something I thought was kind of interesting is not only do you provide the documents, but you also provide these mobile salespeople some printers.
Yes, that's right. I think you're talking about FedEx Office, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And so Canon's the sole source provider of printers and digital copiers at FedEx Office. And with that relationship, we're able to extend our Forms and Print Services app to FedEx Office. And so what that means, a salesperson can actually walk into any one of the 1,800 plus FedEx Office stores. They can go right up to the walk-up area, log in, and access their document and have it print out right there in the store.
That's super convenient. So when I think about document creation, I think of all the use cases that I've come across, and one that seems to come up quite a bit is executives or maybe the C-level suite, or they like Salesforce dashboards, but they're looking something a little bit more familiar, maybe more Excel-like. Have you guys come across that, and how did you tackle it?
Yeah, Shell, all the time. And it's not just C-level. Even sales management or other ops have a tendency to grab that data and put it into an Excel spreadsheet and manipulate that. And sometimes they're doing that because they don't have the ability to interact via browser and access the nice reporting that Salesforce gives you with dashboards. And so with Forms and Print Services, we have the ability to produce these nice looking documents and reports. And one client in particular, they love the top 5 report. It's the top 5 opportunities, top 5 accounts, top 5 salespeople for the sales manager. And they have this very specific particular report that everybody uses. And with Forms and Print Services, they can access that with a click of the button and avoid having to spend hours in Excel trying to manipulate this particular report. So we find that very efficient, very helpful, and of course time spent in front of clients is much better than time spent working with Excel.
That's a great example of the power of your product. So can we take a look?
Sure, let's do a demo. So in this particular scenario, I'm going to be a salesperson, and I'm going to generate a contact profile form. It's going to have all the information on this account, on this contact, as well as the picture. So let's select this guy right here, John Bond. Okay, so you pull up his contact, and you get all of the usual information that you would expect to find within Salesforce. But if you go over here and see Photo Contact Report, so if you click that, next thing it does is it gives me some choices. So I can preview that document, I can print it, I can authenticate it and print it. That means I can have the document stay in the cloud and I can retrieve it later. I can transfer and print it, I can attach it to Salesforce, or I can send it to a FedEx Office store. That means I could go there and retrieve the document from any one of the FedEx Office stores. And this shows you what the contact profile sheet looks like, and you can see there's the photo, so I can immediately recognize John Bond. Maybe I haven't seen him in a long time, or maybe I just took over this account, so I've never met him. And I have all the relevant information right here at my fingertips in a nice, easy-to-consume document.
That is a great-looking document, but let's say you have a lot of interaction with this individual, a lot of opportunities, a lot of activities. That's going to be a really long document.
True, that's right. Well, so what you can do in that case is when you click the photo contact report, you can select how much activity you want. If you want to go all the way back to the beginning, you can do that, or if you just want the last few months, if you only want activity or you only want meeting summaries, you can select those as well, and therefore you can customize the document to the particular need that you have at the time.
That's a really powerful feature of your product. Greg, thanks so much for doing that demo. That was really informative. If someone wants to learn more about Canon Forms and Print Services, where should they go?
Well, they should go to the App Exchange. I think that's where we direct everybody to go to learn about Salesforce apps. And if you go there and search on Canon, you're going to get a lot of information on forms and print services for Salesforce.
Greg, thanks so much. Will do, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you, Shell.